Callie. She wasn't only my best friend, but someone that everybody wanted to know. She finally got her wings and was able to fly. She was not only my shotgun rider, but she was my emotional support. Everything we did was together, and she always was my rock. We grew up together. I strived for her personality, and I wanted to follow in her footsteps with her determination. As we grew up, I remember the first time we met. It was in first grade. I was playing on the playground all by myself because I was shy and I just got to this new school. Callie, being the outgoing, nice person that she is, and she wore her heart in the right place that day. She came up to me and she asked if I wanted to be her friend. And of course I said yes. This just goes to show how Callie was always just so kind and warm in the heart. She never let anybody down, and she always meant everything that she did. She always had this positive attitude and just strived toward achieving great things. As we grew up and things got a little bit more rocky, our parents got a divorce, both of ours. The good thing is that we had each other. We always had each other to support. And when I was feeling down, it wouldn't matter. Callie would be there to support me. Even if she was feeling awful about herself, she wouldn't care. She would put me first. And it just was so kind and accepting of her. She really made me feel like I was loved. And I really, really miss her because of that. Our family grew close because we grew close. We were best friends, so obviously our moms had to drive us back and forth everywhere from house to house. Callie's mom always said that we were the bestest friends. Nobody could break our bond, and we were something that everybody wanted to be like. We always had birthdays together and celebrations and New Year's and Christmas. Everything would be together with our families, and we would all just get to know each other. And I remember one particular time. We had a sleepover. It was us and our younger brothers who are the same age. Callie came over and she brought me a gift. And it wasn't any special occasion, it was just out of nowhere. She brought a gift and it was a matching pair of pajamas for me and her. She would do anything to make me happy, and she would do anything to be just a kind-hearted soul. She didn't have to get me anything, but she decided that she wanted to, out of her own hard-worked money, buy me a matching pair of pajamas with her. This is why I looked up to her so much as my best friend. No one could ever be as sweet and as kind as she was. Not only was she sweet to me, but she was sweet to the community. She made me, I never wanted to volunteer. I always just thought it was boring and not worth spending my time on. But Callie decided to drag me to Key Club when we were in high school. When she dragged me there, I just thought this is going to be awful, and I just had a negative attitude about it. But she kept pushing me and striving me, and she's like, don't look at it bad, otherwise it's going to be bad. Just pretend like you're going to have a good time. So I pretended like I was going to have a good time, but it turns out I actually had a good time. We went trick-or-treating for UNICEF for one of our volunteering hours, and me and her walked and earned $500. When we earned the $500 for a different charity, it just felt so good in the heart. And then I just realized that that's what Callie is. Callie is just this rock who just pushes people and wants people to be good in heart. And not only did she volunteer and be involved with the family, but she also had a very strong faith. We went to church together to try and get through our confirmation class. I always struggled because I was never good at studying or memorizing things and doing homework and quizzes, but she would always be there to help me. She pushed me to be the best that I could be. I always was always there for her as she was there for me. I wish that I could have been more there for her than I was. Not only does she do all these things that I've talked about, but she's achieved so much. Just a couple examples from high school. She made NHS, she got in the newspaper, she was in tennis, she was involved with the school, she had show choir, key club, everything that she could have done, she did. everything that she could fit in her schedule anyways. And she always encouraged me to do it too. She wasn't only trying to make herself a good person, but make everyone around her a good person too. And if there was ever anyone who was mean to her, she wouldn't be mean back. She would just be nice and supportive and just an amazing person overall. She always put others first. That's all that mattered to her, was putting others before herself. Sometimes I wish she would have put herself first. I wish you got to know my best friend like I got to know my best friend. She was everything that anybody ever wanted to meet. She was my best